Ask for a favor. I'm really bad with timing and I have 4 minutes. Could somebody put up their hand when I have 30 seconds? Okay, thank you very much. So, when I was growing up, and when everybody my age was growing up, who's trans or gay or bisexual or two-spirit, we had very few role models, and I had none. There was no Soji education. There were no heroes. All that I ever saw as a youth, was homophobic rage against people who were foolish enough to be seen as being queer, and dead people on TV. I never saw anybody like me who survived in a TV show until I was in my 40s. And I really don't want that to continue. Soji education is so important because of this. My backstory goes way, way back. In kindergarten, I failed kindergarten. I failed kindergarten because I showed poor socialization in gendered roles in 76 or something like this. And of course, there was no universe in which I could explain what that was, or anybody could tell me that it was okay. Everybody, every one of us has a sexual orientation and a gender identity. Every single one of us. We also all have a belief system, a place of origin, a race. Some of us have an indigenous status. We have features and characteristics that are explicitly protected by our human rights law. And part of that protection that many people died waiting to bring in, part of that protection includes our schools teaching everybody that everybody is okay. And this is a non-negotiable. Our federal government agrees with this. Our provincial government agrees with this. All of our neighboring governments of the provinces agree with this. Every credible candidate for election in every local election in BC agrees with this because they know it's the law. And it's not negotiable and it's not going away. And now I'd like to do a little bit of recent history, just in case we don't remember. The first Soji protections were passed by the Vancouver Catholic School Board in 2014. While they were watching what was happening at the Vancouver School Board, who here was at the Vancouver School Board Soji fight? That was a serious fight, very nasty. It kind of feels the same now, doesn't it? Similar people saying similar things. The same things that were used to oppress people before. Parents aren't consulted. Contagion, you're gonna ruin my child. You didn't take long enough, but forget forever would be still not long enough. These are the words that we've heard time and time again to oppress people on the basis of race, of class, or of all the other protections when we started to teach about equality. And we all know today that the Soji education components that we're talking about, I just saw Jane Bowie here. Put up your hand, Jane Bowie. One of the instigators of Soji policy in Vancouver in 2004. Thank you so much. These protections are a legal requirement, and we don't need to ask permission to teach children that including people, no matter who they are, no matter who they love, is necessary and important, because that's what good people do. That is not negotiable. That is called love. Nothing else will do. Thank you so much. Don't forget there's an election. Don't go and, vote. I spent 6 hours in a room with Laura Lynn Tyler Thompson. Okay, talking to her. Ick. Okay. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks so much. Awesome. Morgana. Yes, definitely get out and vote. Don't forget to do that.